You know, I look at the souls out there and it's just overwhelming. It's a love bath from my perspective. And I'm so proud of each and every one of you, even the resistors. No, I'm serious. I'm serious. That's just a natural, no ego or mind wants to lay down its arms. It's a fight all the way. Those of you that are battling with certain things, don't get down on yourself. It's only natural. It's like if you've ever tried to kill a snake, they just don't want to die. It's an ugly scene. I don't recommend it. I mean, I don't believe in killing things, but I mean, it's like they don't want to die, and that's the mind and ego. And we need a strong mind and ego because it's what we live in through many, many, many yugas. There's no soul involved. That's going to be at the end of our evolution. So we live in our mind and our ego, and you need a strong mind and ego. And it needs to develop. And but then it gets the idea that it's the only viable power, and then here comes the master, the sound current, the soul, and the ego and mind starts to find out that there's higher energies and powers within itself. Since I've just said that, this is a key that every one of you have to understand. This path is about you, of course, but all of these powers, they're your own powers. That's not like me or something outside of yourself. No, the Shabda Dhun, the master, the soul, consciousness, the lords, whether of the lower worlds or the higher worlds, they're all a part of your cosmology. Everything. And that's why when I say, hey, this is about you, or when I talk about surrendering to the master, it's not about surrendering to like me or any type of authority outside. It's surrendering to your own inner power, your own inner authority that at this time is positioned higher than where you're at. And it's all within you. And to me, that's a very, very important point. Because with all the other paths, and I mean all the other paths other than light and sound, it's this external implication. Surrender to God outside. Surrender to this man who's outside. Surrender to Jesus the Christ or Buddha or Krishna or Muhammad or whoever. It's all outside of yourself. And that's diametrically opposed to the masters and saints' teachings of light and sound. Everything is within. It's your own cosmology that you have no idea about yet, but are in the process of learning. So all of the acquisitions you make in Spirit's name are all coming from your own inner cosmology. And to me, that's very important because you're not laying down your arms to anything outside. You're not, when I say surrender to the master, it has nothing to do with Gary the man. Nothing. In fact, if you tried to surrender to me, I'd probably have to write you a letter and scold you a little bit. Where'd you read that? Where in my works did I say that? And call you out on it, not to discipline you, but to set an impression that, hey, no, Cal loves to work with that stuff. And the ego says, I'm not surrendering to anything outside. No, you don't have to. But the ego will hold on to that and make a federal case out of it, which is an illusion. That's not true at all. But it is in other endeavors. So that's one of the beautiful things about the light and sound path. We're not condescending or agreeing to anyone else's considerations. They're all our own. Okay, am I communicating? Yeah. Okay. Because if I'm not, you could say, no, Gary, I'm just totally befuddled now. That's what I meant last Sat saying that, hey, don't let the works overwhelm you. Be thankful there's something that's kind of like, wow, man, what was he talking about? You'll get it. Remember when you were a kid and you couldn't understand anything your parents were talking about? And now you're talking about the same thing and swearing about it too, just like they did. Damn kids. But so you'll get it, you'll get it. Don't let it overwhelm you. Bits and pieces along the way. Slow and steady wins the race.